get some information or even just pressure Envy in that case. And Inspire gets a double kill. Yeah, GMD trades, but now he's by himself over at C. So I don't know if he's gonna want to plan maybe behind his own smoke. Has that window to work with. TSM have to go with the opportunities gifted to them. Now at a small deficit, TSM have the paranoia to work with. No smokes to seal off these entries. Double swing out of waterfall here from Envy. Still popping with a Prowler. Not even having the time to use it. TSM after backs against the wall. And they're winning the trades. And Ion isolates himself. But Poppin finds a better angle. 1 versus 1 against Bora.
Oh, no.
And he cowers behind the smoke. Bora runs out of bullets. Poppin at 18 HP saves the round.
Oh man, and one of the things too, like I said, TSM having the read on how Envy like to play, you can tell immediately when they start to come in. You see the smokes drop, the paranoia flies.
Have the timing.
Oh
He's
no.
sneaking up, and it's a target-rich environment. He's good for 2. And TSM, this is dire now because they're taking shots from all sides and they're falling against pistols. Upgrades too on the side of Envy. Just Inspire actually with the Phantom. TSM on their way to A.
And look at this, Exeter got the dimensional drift, ready to hop in, get that piece of information, but this is such an Envy round coming through. Now we're gonna see it. Oh, yep, Ion finds one.
What a blind from Ion, and Alvin try to salvage what he can. 1 versus 3, and he's just spraying and praying. The reload, Poppin didn't find him in time. And now we're all just yelling at each other across, but the defuse, did he hear that go off? Oh, man. No way, he clutches at 8 HP. A thrifty for Envy.
That was, okay, that time around.
Poppin, well, the slow orb in his way, so it's not going to be a good fight. It'd be up to Zera with the up, but they're smoked off. These are just not good situations for Envy unless Exeter creates the opportunity. Off the Prowler, off the Flash, TSM, give them the space. Good macro so far for TSM on top of the Sage. Whoa, Zera was ready. Oh, this is a very small site to play with the op, and it's just hunting season. And TSM, oh, now they gotta face the Zera ultimate. Well, I feel like that kind of nerfed them. They had a heads up. And Vora's done some great work too. 1v1. Poppin has to stop the defuse. It's being held. Alvin Boy doesn't think it's being held. Oh, the mind games.
Once again, talking about Poppin being the player who's just gonna do something that you would normally think is kind of silly.
He's the hunter on his perch.
They both
There's
know.
a stare down between him and Zera. As soon as the smoke dissipates, there will be blood on the floor. Zera, he hides, and it's Alvin Boy who's the first victim. Envy, they step forward, and now the confidence starts to swell. And TSM, they can afford to dance. How do Seven and Vora play together? You got a recon, 2 shock bolts, and Vora senses the step up and gets completely surprised. Good crouch from Zera. And Seven just shoves the judge where the sun don't shine, but I don't know. He could heal himself, but I think he wants this to be over too.
No way.
Someone has to check the spike, guys. Someone has to check the spike.
They're here. They're here. Okay, we're good.
That was a little close. Okay. And then they all die. They all die. They all drop their weapons.
Except for one. 7. Like.
Oh, funny thing, that 11-3 comeback I was talking about from Envy, it was against TSM on Haven. Different map, but same scenario. TSM, no, they got to take every round seriously, even ones where Envy could thrifty. Ion even got a rifle. Paranoia doesn't make contact there from GMD. Ion, he has a teleport if he just wants to get out of here, but he says, come at me, bro, and he creates his own little arena. But Seven, the Odin, continues to be so annoying. What a dominant first map from TSM, 13-4. Vora in trouble, still manages to be a trade, and TSM's defense holds until Envy find a weakness. Now it's about defending, it's about the post plant, and Envy get on the high ground. Now the approach and the flank. You gotta expect this TSM flank at this point, but how much do Envy want to commit to looking back at it?
I think the real question is, how much do TSM really want to push them in? I think at this point, if you're TSM, you just try and make that presence known. make them feel like they have to hang out onto that site and look for those opportunities so they can die and drop their weapons.
Just shooting through that box from TSM revealed the strat, and now Envy just gets to take the duels that they're known for, and
so this means that they will be a little bit easier to cut through, but the run through from KaneZera comes out good.
Just the Congo line right into the site. Envy just keep doing the same things, but they just improve at the hits even better. So now TSM have to retake with 2, but Seven's got flashes. GMD has his own blind. They're gonna take their own angles while Envy with Poppin sort of isolated away. Poppin gets out the window. Many threats on the Envy side that TSM have to deal with, and GMD, that's a good opener, but he's got no teammates and he's got no hope. Envy match band for band, 2-2. Yeah, TSM have not been down on this fake, but I mean, Envy have created an opportunity. So you gotta take it. Spike's on his way. Vora is still lingering, and now rent-free next to his mind. And it's taken back over the site for TSM, but Inspire went up to the window. And he wins a duel, so this is still possible, but Envy now have to scrap more than ever. And the security is gone. The Spike is down, it's recovered. Ion's on top and is winning that against Vora on the flank. GMD with the stinger. Paranoia. With Envy expecting a fight at the top side. Oh no, they got pretty much a cheerleader's pyramid going on post-plant, so Envy win streaking. Poppin has been good at clearing that out from even back towards Lotus. If you're expecting TSM to be that close, I mean, even a Hunter's Fury wouldn't be a bad idea, but they're just gonna fight fire with fire, and the Hunter's Fury is just a cherry on top. And now the site is clear. And the goal is clear for Envy to plant and get ahead of this game, and even getting Timotino out of the picture to force a save out of TSM.
And you want to talk about the aura of Envy, because as soon as that pick comes through, immediately GMD and Seven just run for the hills. They know that this is not going to happen, because they know as soon as they start to see KaneZera heat up like this, they're just going to be simply hunting, looking for those opportunities to try and punish these players. And so the call to save gets made extremely early, but that will be good to make sure that they can keep those weapons and not yield more to KaneZera, who just kind of, if I'm being honest, just kind of went in and popped off. Obviously with the support of the Hunter's Fury as well, based off the information that was gained from Kane, it was just a very fast execute from Envy to overwhelm all the different areas where TSM have classically hung out onto the site in order to punish them and find those kills early. So very well orchestrated by Envy, as they show absolutely zero signs whatsoever.
What an interesting trip, yeah. No.
Oh, geez.
Hook, line, and sinker. Well, to the bullet, I guess. And everyone is blinded, and everyone's getting pinged. And now nothing obscures Envy from another round of win over at B. But it's a 3 versus 3 in the Steel Garden. Comes out from Inspire. As soon as he senses that fight, smells blood in the water. And it's just GMD in a 1 versus 2. If anyone can do it, it's him. And he even gets surprised by Inspire and locks in when it matters. One target. And it's Poppin, who has to play within the site because of that smoke, and maybe wants to tuck away and make GMD waste as much of his time as possible, clearing out every angle. But he uses the smoke, teleport in, and now Poppin doesn't know if he's gonna hold it. It's defused. Is he walking into his demise? He walks into the back of GMD's head. Easy for Poppin.
Yeah, and you can tell based off of that time out there.
Yeah, you haven't put TSM in a difficult position like this in quite a while, and Paranoia pierces right through Envy, and the reinforcements, this focus is split, but the decision is clear. Envy go kill, and that's all it's gonna take to win this round. It's Alvin on his way with the Sheriff, with 4 targets extra low. And all of Envy are gonna play out of sight, out of mind, so Alvin Boy has money to play with, and let's go see him do damage.
Yeah, looking for an extra just on the other side. Once again, it's just fast and furious from Envy. So just storm their way onto this A site and ready to dominate. Yeah, you're not going to be able to find that. Extra finds that kill there, and it's looking really clean from Envy. The fact that Inspire walks away with a couple of kills there against Timotino and GMD, who have both been playing really good this game, and next up is going to be Seven here, who understands the rest of them coming through. Seven finds 3.
somehow, some way, Seven will make it happen. And now this round can be very different than how it started. But Ion is very injured. At least the spike got planted, so... Would Ion even want to invest the ult to try and get behind TSM? They can't watch everything. But that would be a risk to leave KaneZera alone. He can just focus, because now TSM don't have anything to zone off the spike with, smokes-wise. Boric trying for some panic, and there's the ult, but Ion, that was a little late, and he's gonna commit to it. Leaves KaneZera to kill everything, and Ion just won't be a witness.
And I think that this comes down to, once again, the preparation that they've done. Got the teleport set up nice and early. Tomatino on the angle, gets popping.
The spike down, and the clone was almost there to maybe eat that bullet. Now Envy have the Steel Garden invested to zone off TSM, but lurking about is Seven at the top window, and usually Envy dedicates someone to pressure that. And there it is, Ion, as soon as the smoke drops, gets that kill, so TSM aren't gonna have the angles. They have to funnel all in off this paranoia that was thrown from GMD. And Envy, they could just cower away, stay in safety. And there's a flank too from Alvin Boy, but it may not matter at the end. Envy win the frontline war, but here comes Alvin, a 1v1 against the GOAT. And how can you stand? You can't stand at all. 8-4 half for Envy.
There we go, KaneZera heating up. I'm convinced at this point, Envy are just cursed to always lose map 1 in almost, I don't want to call it an embarrassing fashion, but it never looks good for Envy on map 1. Looks like it will be the case, sidestepping a lot of that Vise utility as well. Just going to be on Poppin and KaneZera to hold this one down in the flash flood from TSM.
The sort of high-low, and this Sheriff hits like a truck, and KaneZera gets traded. TSM have an opening. And then the rest of Envy cower away to the top of the window and a recon to try and tag the spike carrier. And the spike didn't even go down, so Envy have really shaken things up. But that was only a delay. Now more time for Envy to work with when it comes to this retake. And Ion pokes and prods through the top of the window, getting TSM's attention, while Alvin Boy watches the forefront. But Envy are so scary with these Sheriffs. And they'll take the pistol. And they want to get to the end of the road.
Yeah, and this time around, it's just a little bit of a better understanding of the positioning of where TSM are going to be setting up.
Just knowing that KaneZera was that close, snipe util, Seven's going to be a huge part of giving that information. Boris still has the recon. Now Envy just going to hold ground and let Poppin see if TSM are still committed, and they are. But is it to a W or an L? The spike is down to TSM, trying to absorb as much space as possible. Take over the top window even, or at least reestablish the smokes. And TSM have a chance to get proactive. GMD even gets an upgraded weapon. That's why he's going to lead that charge through the top of the site, but the window now becomes a problem. And Ion drops down. Envy win the front battle, and it's just Vor left to pick up the pieces that TSM have left behind. 1 versus 2. Wait, Ion kind of chokes. Defuse, though, halfway. Vor trusts in his intuition. 19 HP versus, well, you know, Vor wins 4-10. TSM are not dead yet.
Yeah. It's really annoying that 7 went down, because that was the null command.
Very true. Can't stop this now, and just uncloaks right in front of TSM. Just goes 1 for 1, and this is... The trades are so good, like, you're just not having these decisive rounds, but Poppin is in a difficult position. TSM still can't deal with them.
Yeah, now it's all up to GMD. Spike on the other side of the map, nowhere close to having the ultimate online. Yeah, once again, I feel like the game plan here for TSM was to really rush in with the null command, but
30 seconds left.
Fortunately, it gets dropped right off the rip. So TSM, they still will have economy coming out of this one to buy up their weaponry here, but still not good. And they will be able to get themselves to now 11 points against TSM's 5. Envy on this defense right now. Talking about, like, trying different things out. It's either as patient as ever, or it's an ego swing. And it's like, what are the others? There's no in-between. This time, though, Null Command gives good information.
Oh, you couldn't confirm some of the kills off the TSM information they had early. And now it's a scrapyard.
No.
And Envy just do not care what is in front of them. Vor now has to step up 1 versus 3, and the Guardian wins. Inspire truly is the guardian of that site. And Envy, match point.
As Envy now find themselves onto map point, which once again was something I did not expect to say when this map started off.
Absolutely. Especially... Well, Timotino's still doing well, but not getting as many first kills as we're used to seeing. First bloods have been heavy in favor of Envy. And Vor is down, so... And 7 doesn't have a knife, so you're operating on very little information if you're TSM. It's gonna be a battle for B. And stepping up, KaneZera gets the spike down. That's so cooked. And Alvin swings to help, and there's no help coming. 4 versus 1. Timotino gets put to rest by the first time Jet on Ascension. We go to map 3.
And Envy coming out with the Abyss pick. A change-up on KaneZera's agent yet again.
And based on the pings, Envy can just play this from front to back, just like the good old days. KaneZera wall to block those initial shots, maybe a deep TP from Egster, but now it's the decoy out, and that's been already shot yet again. And Egster in hell. And TSM hope to set up 7 for success, and he's got the whole arsenal ready. But on the flank, this could really change things up, and Poppin already get ahead of the game. Sees that smoke from GMD. Timotino doesn't know what's coming. GMD has to get his revenge, but he just gets shot through the wall. A huge moment for Poppin. And Envy have their hands full at the top of the site. Aftershock helps TSM break in, but they get broken down.
The Aftershock there just guarantees that they're not able to leave there, and then you just see 7, Bucky in hand, trusty Odin in hand here. The cyber cages get deployed, and Alvin Boy gets plucked right out.
Just the confidence to know that Alvin Boy was gonna be there, and no longer is. Ink hits the paper for KaneZera. And now he's on his best agent, and he's really finding his stride. But the double flanks, so predictable from TSM, right? And guess what? It's Inspire that's gonna check that, and he has trips too, so TSM gonna try and hit from all angles.
Yeah, GMD is going to be the one to try and go around the trap wire, but teleport might give up that sound, so Inspire still should be ready for it.
Dash into the smoke, and Timotino under fire. KaneZera humbles him, but TSM, it's a multi-angle front. And it works out, but time is running out, and all Ion has to do is spam the spike, and it's a clutch for the Omen.
Whew. It was looking a little scary there. You see TSM just kind of push in. So you know what? We're gonna be seeing a lot of people just kind of yoinked out into the gulag.
Oh, the plot armor is real for KaneZera, literally. And now they'll cut into C site. TSM wanted to get proactive after the vulnerable gets thrown out. You do not want to tussle. Oh, and it's a struggle. TSM have no safe space to linger because KaneZera is getting active. Envy quieting things down, droning up to make sure the C long nook. Make sure GMD is not lurking around. Ion taking a deep teleport to check out the site. Poppin helps to evacuate TSM. Now this will make the KaneZera kill contract fairly easy to grab when you're all funneling TSM into its range. But the Hunter's Fury may delay things for TSM. The spike does not get planted. So it's an opening, a weakness for TSM to exploit. And 7 lurks around, gets bested by KaneZera. So less worries, less threats for Envy to address. And Nexter's lethal as ever. Still only numbers for Envy's side. The vulnerable forward does not care. 1v1 against Poppin. All Poppin has to do is settle down, play his life. Spike will be within sight, and Vor knows he's got to tap it. He's got to tap heads too. Oh, and Poppin, just deja vu from before, although it was Ion's clutch. Envy ahead by 1. Does Envy settle in the courtyard? They have eyes on A. And the kill contract was gonna get something. See if Kane Zero will convert the rest of Envy. Oh, GMD gets the best of Kane Zero, so Dimensional Drift has to be the win condition, and he decloaks right in front of Timo, and the judge is enough to execute. Now the jury is still in session with Vora, who has to put his ruling down, but he has to rotate from Narnia.
Spike planted.
And Envy have more than enough in their back pocket to secure this round.
And a great round from them. It just felt like Envy this time were just popping around corners, ready to just gun everybody down. I'm genuinely surprised that GMD was able to win that duel against Kane Zera. But of course, you see immediately the crunch from Envy. Walk around, get ready to kind of secure that. And make sure that even if GMD wins it, gets immediately gunned down. And then, yeah, like I said, it's just Envy hopping around corners, ready to just spray them down, and are catching all of the members of TSM off guard. It's that flood in from all these different angles that TSM just can't really deal with too easily. And to be fair, who can when you got to watch like 3 different angles at the same time with utility flying in your face? So Envy, they win out that round, continue the streak going now, 5-3, while Vor is able to save that rifle.
So uncharacteristic for someone who was looking like the #1 duelist in Ascension and Envy. Oh my god, they just win every duel, but wait a minute. Timo and Seven are still together, and now they've been split apart. One smoke was enough. Timo, is he enough? 1 versus
Inspire.
2. And he finds his duel, and it's a little shaky, but Inspire holds on.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder, maybe there are a little bit of nerves at play here from the side of TSM, like...
Trip gets dealt with. Oh, it's so easy! Oh.
Excuse me?
Just towards spawn, TSM's flanks have just been figured out, and they're gonna need another plan. After that timeout, Envy just locked in. Now the Rolling Thunder. Does it even access Envy? They're in safety too. Someone has to go execute, and Seven has to be the one to do it. And to cancel his Hunter's Fury. Even through the trip, he does not care. Seven hoping to save the day, but unfortunately there is no time left. And Inspire even gets to farm the kill and deny the weapons, so that's pretty big.
Yeah. Inspire at that time, like it was very unconventional on that Envy attack. You expect them to go, this time it's gonna be the 5-man rush. Inspire leading the way yet again. Never mind, it's gonna be backing out here. The duelists get ready to go.
It's you and me.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury, or the kill contract. Can't get out of this one. Kane's there now, 2-1 on those kill contracts. Can depend on him, on one of his best agents in TSM. With the Hail Mary Hunter's Fury to try and divide and conquer Envy. Try to draw them in to Seven's Odin. Got sight lines. GMD will be on the high ground. TSM are not letting any lapses, any gaps go through. This is going to be so hard to try and retake. And where the economy is at for TSM, at this point, you just save. They haven't really gone in yet. And as they do, they just get cut at the heel. It was a nice thought on the Paranoia, but all the weapons drop, and it's a 3K for Poppin.
Yeah, and a great round from Envy to end out the half, 8-4. Envy so ready
round.
for this rematch. Alvin, while not nearly as much time in the sunlight, has been doing an excellent job as well at holding his own against this Envy team. And it's going to be a fast push up through A side. Even on this defense here, is Extra's ready for this push.
He's ready to... Okay, he's hungry for more. Okay. Heard the fall line. Leaves it to Poppin. Now he takes over the mantle. Somehow GMD gets all the way back there from A short. Quick thinking, quick on his feet. And TSM have legs underneath them yet again. How did Envy get back into this? You got flashes, you got blinds. See if Ion can line it up, and Halvin Boy takes a big risk, but Kane Zera's elbow is found. The setup has been stopped, but it's just Vora. TSM tried to get proactive, and it bit them in the butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like the style that we saw TSM come out with that time was very Envy in the speed that they kind of just wanted to take things over there.
If Timo dashes, he could be caught. And Vora, what a punish on Inspire, leaving that open on purpose. It's Envy that are the first victims.
Spike planted.
TSM, the post plant's gonna look so good. And if TSM want to get going quickly, Hunter's Fury, Rolling Thunder. How much does TSM want to invest? Dimensional Drift, Envy trying to creep their way in. And Exter right in TSM's faces finds an opening. He's gonna need some help. And it's Ion that has to take back over. TSM don't have sights. They have to use the Rolling Thunder to stop the defuse. Envy are shaken up. Can they throw back against TSM? Oh, the fight that wins in TSM's favor, or Envy's favor. Man, that so many ults just came out there. Crossfire at the end. Woo. Everyone from Envy stepping up. That cage was misplaced and he could have got a pick. He got so eager to find that first kill. To set up Envy for success. Now it's going to be a lot easier for TSM, and they even have the Hunter's Fury if they're really worried about it, but Timotino's going to take care of business himself. And Envy find themselves on the back end, but at least on the high ground. That is no longer smoked, and that's the spike down. There's a window for TSM to plant in, and they couldn't get it done in time. And now they're just so cooked. They're out in the open, and Envy are taking full advantage of this. Just when TSM had the first blood, it's up to Vora.
Oh my goodness.
And a 1v1, and Inspire will confirm the kill. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. I was worried who we were on board with, but there we go.
Yeah.
Envy up to 11.
And once again, this is the Kayn Zera ISO ultimate, the kill contract being utilized to a smart level.
Hiding away is going to be more important, but does Exter push the envelope?
Portal closed.
He hears the steps. Can he even teleport away? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Kind of is using it delayed with how slow TSM are in the early rounds. He doesn't want to have that expire on him.
Yeah, looks like this time they will be going on to B, and Kayn Zera already tossing out a bit of util to make him scared, and it will do just that, so Extra's position still has a lot of value.
Does patience pay off? It does! Vora is down! And he just drops the 20 bomb, and Vora has the Hunter's Fury. Envy are ahead. First blood, though. You know, TSM are still so scary, especially when the leader's still involved. And Envy, it's a united effort. Storming TSM, and Seven's left on an island with no raft. And Envy are officially on match point, series point.
This is unbelievable. The amount of value Exter has consistently gotten on that little nook there has been crazy. Now have to find 4 if they want to win this out against Envy. As already popping, swings around, a little bit scared, spotting out Timotino, but Timotino not dead yet.
And there's still a Stinger and a Bulldog. TSM, this is not them at their full and final form. And the Hunter's Fury does some work, but Envy are done playing with their food. Vora and Alvin have to settle down and recollect the spike, or Envy, we're gonna collect a bigger check towards the end of Ascension, and Vora is down. And revenge is sweeter. And getting to Ascension Grand Final is even sweeter. Envy take the series.
Unbelievable. Finally beating the streak of losses that Envy have faced against North America's first seed TSM. Consistently, TSM has looked like they have figured out how to foil Envy, and especially too coming into this one, Kayn Zera not having the best stats in the Ascension tournament. Meanwhile, TSM have always looked like they are just right comfortable at home. And yet still, it happens again. Envy dropped the first map. It looks like a slap, and then suddenly they bounce back on map 2 and map 3 and make it their own. This is North America's #2 seed, securing their spot in grand finals for the Ascension tournament.